What's the fifth Wheel Torrent 1 city electric bike?
That's coming right up.
Hey guys, it's Rick from RunPlayBack. Today we're checking out the fifth Wheel Torrent 1, an e-bike meant for urban rides and light off-road adventures. With features catering to city commuters with a touch of MTB looks, the Torrent 1 strikes a balance between functionality, performance, and comfort. So let's get to it. The Torrent 1 has a total weight of 60.6 pounds, making it slightly heavier than some of its counterparts. The frame is well constructed, providing stability during rides on both city streets and uneven terrain. The 27.5-inch by 2.3-inch all-terrain fat tires contribute to a smooth and controlled ride, handling various terrain with ease. The integrated front and rear fenders feel kind of flimsy, but are a practical addition, preventing splashes and mud. The Torrent 1 is equipped with a 500-watt rated, 800-watt peak rear hub motor, complemented by a torque sensor. This configuration ensures a seamless transition between pedal assist levels, providing an engaging riding experience. With a top speed of over 20 miles per hour, the bike offers a decent commute for those navigating city streets. And the Shimano 7-speed transmission system adds versatility, allowing riders to adapt the bike to hills and other inclines. The 48-volt, 14.7 amp-hour removable battery is a standard feature for a bike in this class and offers 60 miles of range based on rider weight, terrain, and pedal assist levels. With a right-hand thumb throttle that only engages once the bike is moving, this range seems achievable despite some drawbacks which we'll get into later. The left-mounted LCD display provides real-time data on battery life, speed, and distance covered. The mechanical disc brakes deliver decent stopping power, but we personally prefer hydraulic brakes on all of our e-bikes. So today we're taking a look at the fifth Wheel Torrent 1 city commuter electric bike. So first thing we got here is the 27.5 by 2.3-inch tires, kind of an off-road tread over here. We also have integrated headlight and then a front suspension fork, has a lockout, preload adjustment. So you can adjust this depending on how you like to ride. You'll also notice the integrated front fender. Now, one thing about these fenders is that they feel kind of flimsy. I don't know how long this will hold up. So on this side, you'll notice the mechanical disc brakes. I'm not a huge fan of mechanical disc brakes. I actually prefer hydraulic. I guess for this level of power on this bike, should be fine. So we have rubber grips. We have a basic left-mounted LCD display. Now there are only two buttons, but it has multi-purposes. So the up button for the pedal assist, the menu button is down. If you double tap the power button, you can turn on the headlight. There you go, headlight's on. The handlebar stem is a low-rise handlebar, so very flat. So this gives you a very aggressive riding position. You're gonna be hunched over a little bit depending on their height, but you can add some riser bars if you wanted to. You have a Shimano 7-speed transmission system, a right-hand horizontal push-button throttle. It doesn't actually engage when you turn the bike on. As you can see, I'm pressing it down, it doesn't move. So you actually have to move the bike for the throttle to engage. Now, the only reason I think they did that was probably to encourage you to pedal. So over here, you'll notice the removable battery, keyhole over here, and it's a 48-volt, 14.7 amp-hour removable battery. I'll show you guys how to remove this in a second. Here we have an adjustable saddle, very flat. Obviously, you can adjust the angle over here. Here is the taillight, which is a removable taillight, and the battery is actually inside of here. Over here is the rear fender. Again, like I said, kind of a flimsy fender. Kind of wish this was integrated a little bit better. I think this is how you do it. Back here, another look at the mechanical disc brakes. And on this side, here's a closer look at the Shimano 7-speed transmission system. Now, the motor is a 500-watt rated, 800-watt peak. And like I said, it has a torque sensor, which should produce more natural pedal assist. So here's the keys to the battery. And pop it out. So yeah, 47.2 volts and 14.7 amp hours. So the total weight of the bike is 60.6 pounds, which is pretty significant considering it looks a lot lighter than it actually is. But yeah, you can mitigate that by taking out the battery. Not really sure how to describe this color. It almost feels like a gold, gray, silver or something like that. You do see the welds here on the frame. Not a big deal, but definitely exposed. Has no filler on it. And now we'll take it out for its first ride. first ride with the fifth wheel Torrent 1. As you can see, it's like an electric mountain bike. It does have a torque sensor. It does come in one size, but the saddle is adjustable. Handlebars are low rise, but you could get a riser handlebar if you're a little bit taller. So with this bike, the throttle doesn't actually turn on until you start pedaling, until the torque sensor is enabled. Kind of the first bike I've had where there's no instant torque. Okay, we are on level 3. And the pedaling feels really natural. I could feel the torque sensor adjusting to my pedaling. Now, one thing with the torque sensor is if you don't have a steady rhythm with your pedaling, it does feel like it's kind of going up and down like this. Suspension fork is not exactly tuned yet. I didn't change the preload, but you could tune that depending on the terrain that you're riding in. It's a little bit noisy. I didn't really adjust the brakes, but you do hear the tires on the ground because they are off-road tires. Throttle enabled, going uphill, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, about 19 miles per hour, uphill, 20. Very smooth. Now we'll try a downhill run. All right. So 22 miles per hour, 24, 25, 26, 25 miles per hour with full pedaling. Test the brakes. So good stopping power with the mechanical disc brakes. So who is this bike for? That's a good question. It's not quite a mountain bike. It's not a fat bike, but it's somewhere in between. I do wish there was a rear suspension. I think this is more appropriate for street riding, to be honest. I do wish that there was instant throttle.
The front hydraulic suspension fork enhances ride comfort by absorbing shocks and vibrations, contributing to a smoother experience on uneven surfaces. The Torrent 1 incorporates practical elements such as an integrated front headlight for enhanced visibility during night rides. The removable taillight adds an extra layer of safety, although having to charge it separately can be inconvenient. Additionally, the throttle only works once the bike is moving, which may be a drawback for some riders as it limits instantaneous control. However, the emphasis on pedal assist encourages a more active riding style, which is good for those seeking some physical exercise. While the overall design is commendable, there are a few drawbacks worth mentioning. The kickstand, while functional at rest, sometimes rubs against the rear tire. Additionally, the absence of an instant throttle might be perceived by some riders as a limitation, leading to a sense of reduced control, especially in situations requiring immediate acceleration off the line. Overall, the fifth wheel Torrent 1 caters well to its intended audience of city commuters and those seeking a blend of urban and off-road capabilities. The torque sensor, impressive range, and thoughtful design make it a compelling choice. Despite drawbacks like the flimsy fenders, kickstand issue, and a lack of instant throttle, the overall features of the Torrent 1 make it an affordable option within similar e-bikes in its class.
If you want to dive into more video and tech tips, click the links on the side and remember to like and subscribe so we can help you find tech deals that fit your lifestyle. We'll see you guys in the next video.